Hello friends, once again I am back with another one very informative lesson for you all. This lesson is not very big, but it is very critical to start with international cuisines, that is from the sauce area. In the image we can see that one cheese souffle is displayed. Now we can see the bubbly lasagne, the Italian origin, the pasta with sauce in layers, and finally we can see the very rich and popular macaroni with cheese of saucy texture. In these three very popular items, what is common? Can you say? Any idea do you have? Yes, you are right. It is nothing but a bechamel sauce. Now, bechamel sauce is actually, out of all five leading mother sauces of French cuisine, bechamel is one. Regarding the origin and the ownership of bechamel sauce, there are certain disputes. French say that they are the creator of this sauce. Italian says that they have made it first time in this world and it was then copied by French people. But anyway, we are not into the dispute. Rather, we are into the process of how to produce a bechamel sauce by following all detailed steps one by one. The sauce is not complicated. However, it creates, if you can prepare a good bechamel sauce by following a standard guidelines, then definitely the final product, like we have mentioned out here, you can see that it will be a really of good nature sauce which will accentuate the product we are going to make. So no point of wasting further time. Let us make it very simple that how to make a bechamel sauce by following a traditional way. That's our process and we are going to start with that right now here. What is a bechamel sauce? How can we explain that? Bechamel sauce, very commonly known as white sauce in the kitchen. It is a cooked mixture of butter, flour and milk with some flavoring. And as I mentioned that it is one of the leading mother sauces in the world. Origin is believed that it is from the French cuisine only, without keeping aside the dispute of Italian originality. Let us see exactly what are the components and in which proportions the ingredients are used to make a bechamel sauce. That is the first priority for all of us. To make a bechamel sauce, we need to have milk, proportionately 10 parts of milk you require, whatever volume you prefer, whatever volume you want to produce a sauce, you require 10 parts of milk with 1 part of white roux and then some flavorings, that is onion cloute and or onion pick. What is onion cloute or onion pick? It looks like this: a small onion studded with few cloves and a bay leaf. This is primarily known as onion cloute, and if the same kind of arrangement without the bay leaves only, that means the onion only studded with few cloves is known as onion pick. So either onion cloute or onion pick is actually the flavor center for bechamel sauce, along with some nutmeg, pinch of nutmeg that will be also there. So that is the composition of the sauce. Now let us see exactly what will be the recipe if you want to follow. The ingredients to produce 4 liters of sauce. What do we require? We require milk 4 liters, flour 180 grams, butter 180 grams, onion cloute or onion pick 1 in number or standard size, and pinch of nutmeg powder at the end for the flavor. So these are the ingredients we require to produce a bechamel sauce. Now what is to be done? The steps involved in making bechamel sauce. First one, ingredients. Let us see at a glance what are the things we require in front of us. This is your mise en place. You require milk, then flour, then onion. For making onion cloute or peak, we got onion, bay leaf and cloves out here. Then we are having butter, flour, already I've mentioned, little salt and pepper and nutmeg powder. These are all ingredients for it. Second is, we'll take a heavy bottom pan of this kind, as you can see in the image. Take the milk and make it little heated. Mind that we're not going to boil the milk. We'll just heat the milk to make it warm around 110 degrees Fahrenheit. That should be the temperature. It should not be in a boiling stage. Remember that. Just scalded. Next is, meanwhile, in a separate heavy bottom saucepan, melt the butter over medium heat. In earlier occasion also we have mentioned, in a heavy bottom pan, heat the milk, and here also I am mentioning, in a heavy bottom pan, melt the butter. Why? If the bottom part of the pan is thicker, it will prevent burning. That is the reason we always take heavy bottom pan in the kitchen. Here you can see the butter is getting melted in a heavy bottom pan. So butter has to be melted. Next stage is that we'll mix up the flour into the melted butter, but not entire flour at a time. It will be in multiple occasions. You are going to add little bit of flour, mix it, little bit of flour, mix it till you are exhausted with the required quantity of flour required for making the sauce. This is the mixture. Now cook this mixture on certain heat, not on high heat, not on very low heat, but moderate heat, without changing any color of the mixture. That is why it is known as a white roux. How long are you going to cook? For a minute or so that the raw flavor of the flour is not there anymore. So cook up to that length only. Once you have cooked to that stage, that means the roux is ready. Once the roux is ready, then the very next stage is using a whisk. We also call it a balloon beater. This is called a balloon beater wire whisk. Very slowly add the warm milk to the roux. Remember here that the temperature of the milk and the roux should be of different stages. If you are using warm milk, then ensure that your roux is little bit cold, or vice versa. It will ensure you for better mixing without forming any lumps. Don't add the entire milk at a time. Slowly incorporate the milk and with the wire whisk mix it well. Go on mixing till you are exhausted with the entire milk. Next is, this is a time to add the onion cloute. As we have seen in the picture earlier, onions started with cloves and bay leaf are dipped into the sauce and allow it to simmer. Now simmer the sauce and go on stirring continuously right through the bottom, so that the sauce is not getting settled down into the bottom area. From there the burning may start. So go on stirring all the time from right through the bottom of the pan and ensure that it is cooked on moderate flame to the temperature level of 180 degree to 205 degree Fahrenheit for around 20 minutes till it is reduced to 20%. Stirring frequently and ensure that you are stirring it right to the bottom so that it is not sticking to the pan from the sides as well as from the bottom. Continue it. Next is, once you are attaining that 20% reductions, remove the sauce. Sauce is now ready. Now this is the time to strain the sauce. How we are going to strain it? You take a soup strainer or a strainer, fine strainer. On top of that, put a cheesecloth like this and then pass the sauce through this. What will happen? If by chance there are any possibilities of any lumps, that will be entrapped in this cloth through the straining process, and also you are ensuring that the sauce is having a very smooth texture. Your sauce is simply ready. Now this is the time to season the sauce. What are the seasonings? Salt and white pepper powder. Remember, salt and white pepper powder should be in a controlled manner. It will be added. Too much of salt, too much of pepper powder will definitely spoil the taste of the sauce. You should be very careful about the seasoning part of it, as because it is a white sauce, we are going to add only white pepper powder, which is little milder than the black pepper. Now sauce is ready. While adding the seasoning, you should not forget to add the nutmeg powder also for flavor on top. And you can keep the sauce like this in the kitchen. How? You can cover the container with a clean wrap, store it in one side. You may be using after some time. If not, then put it in the refrigerator once it is coming down to room temperature. Another one way, the chefs are using a technique to get some glossiness on top of the sauce, that is known as mounting with butter. In French, we call it motte au beurre. M-O-N-T-E, motte au beurre, which is known as mounting with butter. What we can do, we can take the sauce, we can put some chunk of butter in that in the hot sauce and mix it well with a whisk. That is a wire whisk. Ultimately, what will happen? The sauce will be mixed along with the butter. That will create some glossiness. Viscosity will change. Appearance will be much more shiny in nature, and ultimately it will look elegant. That's the tricks of the trade. So your sauce is ready. Now once the sauce is ready, what is to be done? We can prepare immense variety of derivative sauces or small sauces. So mother sauce in French is known as the leading sauce, and from there whenever we are deriving some other sauce is known as the derivative sauce. So here let us see a few examples. If this is your white sauce or a bechamel sauce, the first one is a cream sauce. Cream sauce is nothing but bechamel mixed with cream. That's it. You get a sauce which is known as a cream sauce. Then is a cheddar sauce. Cheddar is a cheese. So bechamel sauce mixed with cheddar cheese and Worcestershire sauce, that will give you a cheddar sauce. Mornay sauce. Mornay is a bechamel sauce plus Parmesan cheese and Gruyere cheese. Whenever you are combining bechamel sauce with these two cheeses, it becomes a Mornay sauce. Roquefort sauce. Roquefort is bechamel plus horseradish plus white wine and cream. Once you are mixing these ingredients with bechamel sauce, it will change to a Roquefort sauce. Sauce Subi sauce. Other name is onion sauce, where simply bechamel and onion is mixed in. So ultimately, these are the 5 derivatives I have mentioned out here. There are plenty. Your work will be now to go back and find out the other derivative sauce can be made with this bechamel sauce, leading sauce. So we have come to the end of the lesson. Thank you very much for attending this short session. I'm really very happy to deliver this. You've understood hopefully the intricate steps of making a bechamel sauce. Very soon we'll come back with another one exciting lesson like this. And if you like, please don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends. This is there in your YouTube channel. So whenever you require to refresh your knowledge, always get back the record through YouTube and get your knowledge up to date. Thank you very much once again. I believe in the coming session, we'll come back with the same energy level, the same enthusiasm, and I'll be also back. I'm committed to come back with another one exciting preparation of sauce. Thank you very much for today. Goodbye. We'll meet you again very soon.